Good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about the future of manufacturing. For those not familiar with General Electric, GE, it is a digital industrial company, a company made up of 8 individual businesses who are powering, curing, energizing the world. It's about building big infrastructure, power generation, oil and gas, being able to transport aircraft engines, locomotives, being able to cure with healthcare. As a large international industrial digital business, we are spending over $5 billion a year on innovation. Because innovation is what brings us forward. Innovation is what makes the best products and services in the world. But to do that, you need to have a strong infrastructure to be able to support. And at General Electric, we have a centralized research center that is looking at innovation, that is looking at the next generation of technology to allow us to be the best in our industries. And in fact, we spend over $5 billion on our research and development. We have over 3,000 patents issued a year. And very importantly, we recognize that innovation does not happen in just one location. So in addition to our headquarters, which is located in the United States, in New York, we have built 9 centers around the world to find, grow, and adopt the best innovation. And in fact, our second center away from headquarters was established 16 years ago, right here in Shanghai, China, because we recognize the skills, the universities, the businesses that will help us succeed. As we think about how we grow in China, it is about having innovation, but it's also about having strong teams who can adopt that innovation and understand how to bring it to scale. So we have continued to invest in China. We have continued to build centers across the country to allow us to find the best innovation, grow the best innovation, scale the best innovation, and then bring it to the world. You can see our locations across the country. And we have over 60 organizations who are there to innovate in new types of products, to innovate in new materials, to innovate in new manufacturing. So I will now talk to you about how we think about innovation in manufacturing. From one company's view, what is the future? What are we looking for in order to grow the best products and services? It all begins with the fact that we recognize that the digital and physical worlds are converging. Everyone talks about the new digital economy, the industrial internet. And it is very important to be able to now collect, see, and analyze more data in the world than ever before, and to use that data to make you stronger, to make you better, to make you faster. But we also truly believe that you need physical products to be able to realize that to the best potential, to be able to take all of this learning, to be able to take the best in energy production, the best in transportation, the best in healthcare, and bring it to the world through your products. So just as important to us as the digital world is the industrial physical world. Our products that we can touch, that we can feel, and most importantly, that we will manufacture. I shall now give you some examples of how we converge digital information and physical operations, not only in our products, but actually in our manufacturing operations. Many people talk about 3D printing, and I think it is so fascinating to us because it really is the best illustration of bringing digital and physical together. Because you start with an idea, and within moments, you can transform that idea into signals which will interact with equipment and material to form something physical. To be able to capture it, though, has brought us great benefits, including take the time it takes to introduce a new product to market up to 50% less. Being able to make tooling that we will use in other manufacturing processes in a matter of weeks instead of in months. Because now I can try, I can feel, I can see, and I can change quickly. And that has led us to bring that to products where we get great performance improvement. So for us, 3D printing is not only a manufacturing process, it's a great tool to use in manufacturing. But let me give you two other examples for more traditional manufacturing, where the physical and digital worlds converging give you tremendous innovation and advantages. We drill many holes in our products. These holes are used for cooling, they're used to bring fluids to parts, and they have very, very distinct sizes and shapes. It is very difficult to make these holes, and we use advanced manufacturing techniques, using electrodes, using lasers. But we made many mistakes because it is so difficult. But by using signals during the manufacturing process, right at our control box, by understanding changes in power, changes in rates, we have been able to make great advantages in a traditional process such as hole drilling. We have been able to now go 20% faster, and we have been able to make the hole correctly the first time twice as often. Because we understood the physical process and combined it with new ways of collecting and analyzing digital data. We have done the same thing in a process such as welding. Typically, when you weld, you have to stop often to take many measurements to understand your geometry. We have integrated new ways of collecting data about the shape we are forming right when we are welding. That allows us to adjust the process to be just as we need it every time. It has brought us up to 60% more efficiency. It has made us up to 4 times more productive. And it truly is a platform and an enabler for new types of processes. We talk about automation quite a bit. It has been mentioned many times. Robotics is important in automation to give you very consistent processes. But more and more, we not only want those robotics in our factories, but we want them out in the field. We want them moving around our factories, mobile and tendable. Automation also means, however, using new types of data during a process and in real time, changing the process to make it better. Using new types of sensors for activities such as I just talked about on welding, but also to repair components, understanding exactly how your process is working while you are doing the process. We also want to add many tools during our manufacturing processes, tools such as ultrasound, tools such as metrology, to continue to collect that data. So for automation, it is about robotics, but it's also about data, it's also about knowledge, it's also about sensors, and using it to be better every day. What are the trends we are seeing in manufacturing that need new digital plus physical technologies? The features that we make, holes, ridges, connectors, are getting smaller and smaller and need to be more and more precise. We need to do more joining of materials to make bigger, more complex machinery, welding, brazing, additive manufacturing. The surfaces of our materials need to be adjusted to react in very harsh environments. We need new types of coatings, new types of texturing, new types of ways to make our products last in very harsh environments that have corrosion, that have water, that have high temperatures. And more, we need to be able to bring two types of materials or two types of processes together. This is a very, very detailed list, but not only do we need these new processes, we need to do it with new types of materials that are stronger and tougher. We need to be able to do it in more locations because customers would like their manufacturing near them. They would like their services near them. And we want it to be always learning, always collecting data. So we need that automation to collect that data to understand how good our processes are. Additive is a technology that will impact many industries. But I want people to understand it is not just the traditional process that you see that uses lasers to create parts. It's a broad range of activities. It's a broad range of technologies that uses many types of materials and performs at many scales to make new types of sensors, to make new types of structures, to be able to use processes such as coatings, but now combine it with knowledge of software to be faster, more exact, and on more surfaces. Additive will transform manufacturing, but it truly begins with that marriage of digital plus physical. At General Electric, we have brought together these concepts in a new initiative we call our Brilliant Factory. It's about connecting our entire supply chain, about understanding how our factories work every day, about helping our suppliers as they build parts, as they introduce new types of processes. It all starts with our designs and linking our designs directly to our factory floors, directly to our suppliers, so that together we can be faster, we can be better, and we can learn. Some of the enablers to the new digital and physical Brilliant Factory is being able to work together to manufacture virtually through models, through data, before we ever make a tool, cut a piece of metal, perform a service. We can learn together and we can all get better, but we need great computing resources, great models, great collaboration. To make those models, we need to start digitizing our factory, using the data from control systems, putting more sensors together, so that data can become very powerful for us to design in the future. And not only are our factories important, but how our products are performing out in the field, our services, how they wear over time, how they work over time, helps us to build the Brilliant Factory and is an important part of manufacturing for all of us. In fact, we need to continue to work the digitally integrated manufacturing software chain to start with models that can be updated quickly, to be able to understand what those changes mean to the cost, to the process, to the actual machinery toolpath, and how we will inspect to make sure that we achieve what we desire. Now that process can take many months when there is a change. But through new digital tools, through the Brilliant Factory, through better virtual manufacturing, that can be done in hours. But it takes a great deal for all of us to participate and to be able to build this brilliant factory, this integrated chain. Why are we passionate about it? Because we have seen evidence that it works. One of our very sophisticated materials and manufacturing processes to make composite fan blades for aircraft engines, critical parts, critical processes, very complex materials. We have done the digital and plus physical. We have made it a brilliant factory. We collect data every day. We work with our material suppliers. We change our manufacturing processes. We make it continuously learning. When we started this journey, our yield on these parts was just 20%, which we actually felt good about due to the complexity. But by marrying digital plus physical, we now achieve over 95% yield. We are more productive. We are faster. We are able to make better designs because of the marriage of digital plus physical. But we cannot do it alone. No one company will have all the tools. We must collaborate. Innovation is about bringing together, with all of the technologies in a company like GE, the best new ideas, the best new processes. It will come from governments. It will come from universities. It will come from small and medium companies. And we must find ways to work together. We must find ways to build successful, sustainable ecosystems. Ecosystems where everybody is contributing. Ecosystems where everyone has an idea that can be heard. Only by bringing us together around advanced manufacturing, around new technologies, will we make the kind of impact that is possible. We'd like to hear from people. We'd like to understand how you can help us build this ecosystem for all of us to be strong, for all of us to get better. Our GE Ventures group, located here in Shanghai, as well as across the world, is ready to engage. We invest in companies, we partner with companies, we share some of our knowledge with companies. We have the existence of our research center, and we have multiple businesses across GE located right here in China. Because just like technology and innovation, there's no one way to innovate. We need to work together. We need to try things. We need to understand that we may change over time. And so building this ecosystem, building this structure for all of us to get better, to advance manufacturing in China, across the world, will lead us to the best products, the best services, the best technology and innovation in the world. I, as well as my compatriots in GE Ventures, GE Research, and GE Business, look forward to working with you. Look forward to making advanced manufacturing the most important priority for all of us. Thank you.